Mahalo, welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about counterfeit Tiki mugs. And it's a very sensitive subject, as it should be, because the artist goes through all this trouble to design a mug, and it's his expertise, it's his style, and then somebody wants to make it cheaper, so they rip it off, and you're really stealing from the artist. And a couple of times I made the mistake of buying something like this. I bought this in Washington, D.C. at a tiki bar. I had no idea it was a knockoff because I just wasn't familiar with it. And then another one is Bosco, and everybody knows who Bosco is. This is a rip-off of his, and he says it's a slobby one. Again, I got this in a tiki bar, and it's a shame because I'd love to have a real one. This one's actually got a crack in it, and I bought it like that. If you are going to start collecting tiki mugs, it's really important that you find out where it came from and what the original looks like. Now, there are other issues. The Ooga Mooga website used to be a tremendous resource, tremendous. It's not up anymore. Hasn't been up for a couple of months, and this is 2020. We're still in the pandemic, so I'm not sure what happened to it, but it's gone, and it's a shame because it had like hundreds, if not thousands, of mugs. The reason why I'm upset about the Ooga Mooga website being down, or if it's ever coming back, was because of these three mugs in particular. At first glance, they all might look identical, but they're really not. This one here is the original. And how do I know it's the original? Because on the bottom it says Orchids of Hawaii R5 made in Japan. It's thinner, it's lighter, you could just tell it's made a lot better. The next one, again, looks very similar, but it's not. It's a little bit more defined. But if you look at the bottom of this one, it says Made in China, DW113. And the last one is also Made in China, DW113. So you would think that aside from the original, even the two counterfeits or the two knockoffs would look exactly alike. But as you can see, there's a height difference. There's definitely a color difference. And you could tell on this one, the markings or the carvings are that much deeper and that much more defined. And this looks like this is the heaviest one. It looks like I could drop this and it won't break. This one's a little bit more fragile, but not nearly as fragile as this one. I know the deal with China. They are famous for counterfeiting products. As a matter of fact, if you go back a few years, 60 Minutes did an investigative piece on them. They took a golf club, I think it was Spalding, whatever it was a brand name. It's like $1,000 golf club, and within 24 hours, they had mapped it and recreated one. You could barely tell the difference. And again, you're robbing these companies of their profit and their design and their intellectual material. May not care about big sports companies. What about the small guys that design these mugs? Now, I know the deal with China. Once it is in China, the patent is dissolved. So they borrowed this one from Orchids of Hawaii. They created their own, and then any company in China can reproduce it. So I'm guessing these are two different companies. That's really the only explanation for it. Look at how drastic these two are in comparison, side by side. The mouths alone, the detail. I doubt these are from the same manufacturer. They're obviously not from the same mold. And the color, again, you could tell is definitely not the same. Every Monday on my Instagram account, Tiki Triangle, I do Tiki Mug Monday. And I get 3 different shots of the mug. One head on, one from the side, that's the mug shot, and one at the bottom so we know where it was manufactured. And this way, it's collectible. This one, I'm not going to drink from because it's beautiful. You can tell it's the original, but it's too fragile. So I'm going to stick with this one. This one is one of my favorites because Anthony Bourdain drank from one of these at Jade Island, one of the last original tiki bars in Staten Island. And I'm going to put up that episode later. You can refer back to that one. So he drank a headhunter from this, and for that reason, I'm a big Anthony Bourdain fan. I wanted to have this mug, and it's one of my favorites. This one is just ugly. It doesn't fit well in the hand. So this is my regular go-to tiki mug, and I don't want to break it. And if I do break it, I want to be able to replace it. So I got to see it in my hand. If anybody knows a way to catalog these or how to get this particular mug, let me know. I know this one came from Retro Planner. You could reach me across the board on any platform, any social media there. It's always just at Tiki Triangle. Hope to see you again soon. Cheers.